Good afternoon, everyone. My name is David Poker, your project manager, and today I'm presenting you our final proposal for multi-year implementation. Let's move on to our presentation. Here we are determining some of the tasks to be done or scope of work so the implementation can be done very smoothly. We'll be creating an implementation team. A separate team will be defined in order to implement the EHR efficiently, which will be also further described in our upcoming slides. Project scheduling and road mapping will be creating a user training program. EHR testing will be performed in order to define go-live activities, and we will also be defining critically successful factors and evaluation strategies. System testing processes plan will be made prior to the testing and will be checked for any errors. Testing and go-live activities will be monitored during go-live in order to tackle any problems and to gain proper resolving techniques for our further use. Staff roster management in order to make any project go-live possible in the required timeframe. Essentially, staffing may be given overtime privilege or, if necessary, overtime or temporary staffs may be hired. Clear communication with the stakeholders and vendor team is very necessary for our project implementation, as communication channel is vital and will provide backbone to this project. Sharing ideas along with communication in timely manner is very vital. User training and change management. Necessary training must be provided to physicians and nurses before the go-live dates. Security assessment. Software upgrades and any breaches for data will be checked, and if required, data policies will be updated along with time. Cost and total budget estimation will be done, including HR vendor consultancy, vendor training, data backup, and storage costs. Stakeholders are a vital part of our organization and they play a vital role in our project implementation. Some of our stakeholders involved are patient, clinicals, officer, manager, staff, billing team, head of billing, board members, marketing team, and vendors. Communication plan is very vital for our project. As you can see, we have distinguished stakeholders along with communication method that we use for efficient communication. Public relations will be using communication method via email, website, newsletter, or government agencies. C-suite or senior management will be using communication methods such as email, all-hands meeting, government agencies, and conferences. Project manager and lead users will be using communication methods such as email, meeting, project websites, etc. Implementation, advocate, and healthcare roles will be communicated via email, meeting, or verbal communication. Some of the functionalities of EHS are it will be used in physicians and clinicals, hospitals, radiology reports, vital signs, insurers, and laboratory data. Despite the potential benefit of electronic health records, implementation of this technology will be facing some of the barriers and restrictions which are described here. Some of the barriers are as national information standards and code sets, lack of available cost plans funds, standards of health data information, lack of well-trained leaders or clinical informatics required for our workforce in order to lead the process. Implementation team members are vital for our EHR implementation. Some of our implementation team members are as EHR implementation managers, super user training lead, nurse lead, registration staff lead, laboratory staff lead, information technology lead, billing lead, EHR builder, and workforce redesign lead. EHR implementation timeline estimation for our project will be 12 months and we'll be dividing this into 3 phases. For the first phase, that will be 3 to 6 months. Goals will be defined explaining the workforce importance of EHR, its importance and use. Creation of implementation team will take place where there will be the co-responsible team in order to implement multi-EHR project successfully. Meeting schedules and meeting minute will be communicated efficiently weekly in order to achieve the results in projected timeline. Roster management will be done with appropriate number of employees and will be provided a scheduled option to perform overtime in order to achieve the results within the timeline. During our second phase, that will be 6 to 8 months, training classes on site as well as virtual will be initiated. Training materials will be distributed. Website app knowledge will be provided. Pamphlets will be installed in all the sites in order to give visual knowledge to all the participants. Troubleshooting and problem resolution will be done along with the errors and tallies. Also will be tallying the report and will be solving in order to make efficient system. During our third phase, that will be 8 to 12 months. Pre-go live testings will be done. Prior testings of the project will be maintained in real-time environment in order to tally any changes or difficulties that may be faced within the power planning. Finally, successful launch of the program will be initiated, where it will be virtually made live and will be presented and implemented within the organization. Here we can see some of our breakdown for implementation investment hours along with our implementation team members. EHR implementation managers would require 800 hours. Super user training lead will require 975 hours. Nurse lead 750 hours. Registration staff lead 750 hours. Laboratory staff lead 700 hours. Information technology lead 950 hours. Billing lead 600 hours. EHR builder 1200 hours. And workforce redesign leader with 550 hours. Here we'll be breaking down some of our investment hours with cost. As we know, EHR implementation manager requires 800 hours for this project, whose annual salary is 140K. Our project cost will be 53,846. Similarly, super user training lead with 975 hours with annual 75,500. Our project cost will be $35,390. For nurse lead with 750 hours and annual salary 88,500, our project cost total will be $31,911. For registration staff lead with 750 hours and annual $48,775, our cost project will be $17,587. For library staff lead with 700 hours and annual $47,020, our project cost will be $15,824. For information technology lead, 950 hours and annual 116K, cost 52,980. Billing lead, 600 hours, annual 42,200, cost $12,173. EHR builder, 1,200 hours, 90K annual, cost $51,923. Workforce redesign leader with 550 hours, annual 76,455, cost $20,216. Annual salary is divided by standard 2080 hours for that position. As you can see, capital cost for the project, we estimate capital budget of 69,3870, which includes consulting services, vendor or third party, implementation salaries, database software, hardware costs, servers and devices, also network costs and additional network needed, along with licensed software vendor and third party software. Operational cost is estimated as $2,037,000, which includes software maintenance support, hardware maintenance and support, physician salary support, support post-production salaries, IT and others, travel and training, marketing, social media and others. Here we can see the breakdown of our pro forma. EHR offers many benefits in compared to our paper records, but there are several barriers to this adoption and implementation, including some of the issues that we'll be talking here. Some of our technical issues that we are occurring right now are in terms of CDSS and online patient portal launch difficulties. With the cost and financial budget for overall project, privacy and security of data, contractual terms and deadlines between vendors in terms of infrastructures, usability of the program among several hardware and appropriate training for the workforce. System migration, where the vital existing data needs to be migrated, allocating the upgrades without harming or losing the information. Interoperability with transfer of allocated data is vital. Lawsuit and legal complications may arise with the EHR implementation where existing policies may need to be revised. With involved risks, we have created the timeline along with the risk level along with mitigation plan. As part of technical difficulties that we are facing in launching the CDSS and online patient portal, technical team will, with the help of super user, will be making necessary problem resolution in 2 months of time frame. Depending on timeline and the overall project cost, finance will be evaluated during the first 6 months of the project. Implementation team members will be revising the Data Privacy and Security Act with the system and will be making necessary changes, updates within the allocated 2 months of time frame. Contractual deadlines and criteria will be revised with appropriate follow-up with vendors and clients. Training along with consultant services will be provided to all workforce involved in the project during first 3 months of time frame. With collaboration of IT lead, system migration, interoperability tasks will be performed with necessary updates in order to make changes and the system compatible with data during 2 months of time frame. The challenges of managing quality is substantial, and in order to obtain the quality measures, we have been dividing it into clinical and financial factors. In clinical, we can see electronic prescribing, patient registration platform, clinical decision support, secure messaging communication channel, radiology information system, computerized physician auto entry, and document management. Similarly, on financial, we can see improvising functionality and efficient, clinical documentation, EHR reporting, and public health reporting. Key capabilities of electronic health record system provides a set of functionalities that an EHR must be in order to employ and to promote patient safety, including auto entry of data management, storage and retrieval of health information, decision support management, electronic communication and connectivity, adequate patient portal support, administration tasks, report generation, and public health. For successful implementation of multi-EHR project, strategic planning is very important. This will help us to minimize the risk factors in terms of technical, financial, and operational during our multi-EHR implementation. Some of the strategic plannings that we'll be maintaining will be reviewing goal and objectives, review, test, validate, and gain approval of specifications for CDS, work plan and monitoring system development, formation of implementation of team members, conducting situational analysis, data security plan, software customization and usability, training and awareness campaigns for the involved people, cost analysis of each component, consideration of different incentives. Project evaluation planning is very vital for this project. Program evaluation can be defined generally as collectively collecting information about the program along with some aspects of the program in order to make necessary decisions of the program. Program evaluation along with planning is necessary, and we'll be evaluating this into 3 phases. During our 9 to 12 months before our go live, we'll be ensuring staffs are on board with this implementation, and we'll be consulting SCCINN and PCA for the EHR selection and implementation resources. Also, we'll be scheduling vendors, trainers, and implementation support. During 6 to 9 months of go live, we'll be developing EHR selection implementation leadership teams and members. We'll be mapping the EHR workforce. During 3 to 6 months before go live, we'll be evaluating clinical readiness, scheduling staff training, and also prepare patient as necessary for EHR migration. During 1 to 4 months before go live, we'll be confirming everyone has been trained, and we'll be planning refresher trainings or check-ins, building common internal workflow and terms. So we'll also be continuing consistent messaging and accountability around the implementation. During 1 to 3 months before our go live, we'll be building patient record. We'll be communicating with staff about implementation timing, approaches, and expectations. Before 1 month of go live, we'll be accessing and having research skills, workflow utilizations, and other keys to long-term success. We'll be gathering feedbacks and addresses, and finally, we'll be launching our program. With proper cost-benefit evaluation, long-term evaluation is necessary, and in long-term, we can see some of our evaluations would be on cost-benefit, ease of use, and cost-effectiveness. I will highly recommend implementation of EHR in our network, as it has many vital uses that will be beneficial for our organization and our workforce. Functions including patient check-in, prescription referrals, management referrals, record requests, appointment scheduling, intuitive reference for sending, receiving health information, clinical decision support CDS tool, CPOE system, capabilities of establishing connection with SFSP quickly, enhanced productivity, also 10% operational cost reduction, expansion of market share, compatible with modern IT equipments, workforce reduction, cost and time saving. Some of the organizational benefits includes EHR implementation that will save time and cost factors in our organization, and that will include auto entry of data management, storage and retrieval of data information, decision support management, electronic communication and connectivity, adequate patient portal support, administration tasks, workforce reduction, cost and time saving, report generation and public health, enhances productivity, and finally it will reduce 10% of our operational costs within the organization. Thank you so much for your time. I hope you enjoyed my presentation. If you do have any questions, do let me know. Thank you.